the Washington football team playing the Vegas Raiders on December the 5th, a date of 12-5, and I have already predicted the Raiders to finish 12-5 for the regular season because of the fact that the LA Chargers are hosting the Super Bowl. Now, this is a very significant game because this was the matchup of the last time that the Raiders won the Super Bowl, which was Super Bowl 18 when it defeated the Washington Redskins by a score of 38-9 over at Tampa. And Tampa hosted the Super Bowl last year. In December the 5th, what's interesting about that day is that that is the birthday of Super Bowl 18 in Super Bowl 14 winning quarterback Jim Plunkett. He defeated the Philadelphia Eagles for the Raiders' second Super Bowl championship. While in LA, he defeated the Washington Redskins in Super Bowl 18. December the 5th is going to be Jim Plunkett's 74th birthday. And this is going to be a clue that on this day that the Super Bowl is going to be the Raiders handing Tom Brady a 7-4 Super Bowl record for their first Super Bowl championship since Jim Plunkett won Super Bowl 18 against the Washington football team. Obviously, the leaks occurred from Washington. We're going to find out how much the Raiders are going to take it out on the Washington football team for the fact that they got rid of John Gruden, Roger Goodell, and the owners. Now, the whole email scandal was planned because John Gruden attacked and called homophobic slurs to Goodell and a few of the NFL owners. Washington Redskins as gematria of John Gruden email scandal, which is also the gematria of Snyder. You know, he owns the Washington Redskins. Now, Snyder as gematria of 31. That is interesting because John Gruden, ever since he returned to the Vegas Raiders, his 31st loss was his final game coach with the Raiders. And that's gematria of Snyder. Now, it's email that has gematria of 22 and Carr that has gematria of 40 and 22. That's interesting because John Gruden won a total of 22 games in his return to the franchise. It shows you how scripted it is that Marcus Allen won Super Bowl MVP. Marcus Allen's number 32. The Raiders are 3-2 in the Super Bowl. The Raiders are 3-2 record-wise right now. It's Jim that also has gematria of 32. The 74th birthday is significant for Tom Brady's Super Bowl record. Yeah, this is all significant because in gematria it is Raiders that's got gematria 74, and it's also Jewish, and it's gematria of Masonic that has gematria 74. The Raiders are due to get one back against Tom Brady for the Tuck Rule game. The amount of time from the season opener to December the 5th is a time span of 87 days. This would be the first time that a team outside of Tom Brady has won the Super Bowl since the Philadelphia Eagles did. Philadelphia Eagles is gematria 87. The big reason why the Raiders are going to be 5-2. The amount of time from the Redskins-Raiders game on Jim Plunkett's 74th birthday to the Super Bowl is a time span of 2 months and 8 days. This is the gematria of Crown. If the Raiders get home field and win their 28th playoff game to win the Super Bowl, that is what would happen if the Raiders have home field. But if they have to go 4-0 with quarterback Derek Carr following this email scandal, then what you get is the Raiders' 29th playoff win. And when you include the end day, this turns into 2 months and 9 days. But I feel like without the end day included, it's more significant. But if you include the end day, 2 months and 9 days, what you get is Jim Plunkett 2 months and 9 days from his birthday to the Super Bowl. Also the gematria of Bisaccia, the new coach of the Vegas Raiders. Now, when it's just 70, when you don't include the end day, the Chicago Bears was the last time that John Gruden coached. The Chicago Bears is gematria 70. The amount of time from the Raiders Washington game to the Super Bowl is a time span of 70 days. The amount of time from Gruden's resignation to the day of Washington Raiders is a month and 24 days and 55 days. This is Chicago Bears and the Chicago Bears. So right after this Gruden sacrificial humiliation against Chicago is when Vegas is going to win. Because don't forget that the Raiders would go 37 years without winning. Gruden is gone right after Chicago. The Super Bowl is over at Los Angeles. And it's Buccaneers that has Gematria 37. So we will see a rematch. Rematch is Gematria 68 and 32. A rematch while in Las Vegas with a 3-2 record as it stands right now. A rematch against Tom Brady in the Super Bowl is what would transpire. And when you include the end date of 56 days, what you get is Vegas Raiders in the calculator. 56, the year of Super Bowl 56. 87 days from September the 9th to December the 5th. I talked about the significance of all of that. How about, once again, the time of the Super Bowl? I think you're just not going to stay on point throughout the whole season. You're going to have to. You're going to know how scripted this really is. 22 weeks later. Email's got Gematria 22. This is a 22-week season. It's 5 months and 4 days. It's Vegas has Gematria 54. It's Chicago Bears has Gematria 55. And the Raiders season really begins right after the game against the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears absolutely got destroyed by Vegas in the Khalil Mack trade. Absolutely destroyed. No quarterback, no future, no nothing for the Chicago Bears. A joke, isn't it? That's what the Chicago Bears are. 7-4 in the Super Bowl. It is for Jim Plunkett. Good stuff what we see right here in the Gematria calculator. In tying in the relationship with the John Gruden ouster with this day that has big Super Bowl ramifications. If you're wondering about the all-time series, I like Vegas to be 9-6. 9-6, meaning Washington has 6 wins and 9 losses. It is Gruden that is Gematria 69. It is email leak that is Gematria 69. Allen is significant because it's Marcus Allen, that was Super Bowl MVP. It's the leaks that came from the Bruce Allen emails received from John Gruden. The Super Bowl's on the 44th day of the year. You know, Bruce Allen was the source of the leaks. Washington organization, the team at the Raiders beating the Super Bowl, and Marcus Allen won Super Bowl MVP. So there's a really big riddle with that. Also, the Super Bowl was played on the 22nd day of the year. This is the Gematria of Carr, and this is the Gematria of Email. Again, shows you how rigged, how scripted it truly is by the numbers. Coach John David Gruden has Gematria of 70 at 70 days from the Raiders Washington to the Super Bowl. Again, this 70 is going to be super duper significant. The Raiders' future begins on the 17th day of October. Again, the Gematria of Allen, the Gematria of Bruce Allen. October 17 of 2021, a day with championship numerology. 119 days to the Super Bowl from the time that the Raiders play the Broncos. This is the Gematria of Marcus Allen, I want to say. And burglars. The Raiders. Gonna win the Super Bowl 17 weeks later from the time of the first game against the Broncos. Again, we see the Allen connection with all this. And it's Bruce that has Gematria of 49 and 22. This is the Gematria of Carr. This is Gematria of Email. This is the Gematria of Washington. So some 70 days later, some 2 months and 8 days later, we're going to see the crown won by the Raiders. We're going to see the Raiders defending the Super Bowl before the Packers win the following season.